Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you're new, I'm Nyx with Chromates Apothecary, and today I'm bringing you a tarot pick a card reading where we're going to be looking into your career and what it is that's going to be coming to you next in that career. So on the far left side with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck in this lapis lazuli, this is going to be representing group number 1. In the center with the Marigold Tarot and this Honey Calcite, this is going to be representing group number 2. And lastly, with the Art Nouveau Tarot deck, along with this Zebra Jasper, this is going to be representing group number 3. So just take a moment to pause the video and meditate on these decks that I have laid out before you. And when you've come to a decision, head on down to the description box below and then click on the timestamp that corresponds with the group that you chose. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick a card readings in the future, and I will see you guys in your reading. Hello group number 1 and welcome to your reading all about your career and the next steps in your career coming towards you. So if you chose the Rider-Waite Tarot deck along with this lapis lazuli, then this is going to be your reading for the day. And with this lapis lazuli here, this gemstone is really here to help encourage clear and thoughtful communication between people. So what I am seeing with this lapis lazuli, the immediate messages that I'm getting are that for some of you, this is going to be just such a clear, good sign that you are finally going to hear the news that you've been waiting for. So if you are someone who has been just plugging away at your dream job, you are finally going to hear back something good for once. For those of you who are in a job, in a career that you love, and you've just been working away at possibly getting a promotion, you are going to be hearing something soon about that. Or you're going to be hearing about the opportunity of a position opening up that you're going to be able to try for. And also for those of you who don't currently have a job, you're finally going to hear some good news. And this is either that, yes, you did nail that interview and you are the right one for the position and you will be hired. Or it could be that you are hearing from other people the potential for new opportunities and you're going to be able to jump on that. So this is really here as a good luck sign for all of you who chose pile number 1 to really help you in either launching your career or finally getting that dream job that you've always wanted. So we're gonna get started with, I'm gonna shuffle this up a bit, and for group number 1, we're gonna pull a few cards and then we will get right into your reading. So let's pull ourselves some cards for group number 1, all about their career and the next steps in said career. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. We have the 10 of Cups in the reverse position. We have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse position. And we have the 2 of Swords in the reverse position. All right, so the first thing that I am getting from seeing these cards here laid out is that this group here is, you are wishing for a new job. You are wishing for a dream job. You are stuck in where you're at and you just want some good news. And hopefully we are here to help clarify this for you. Because what I am seeing is kind of a turbulent story for you, group number 1. So just hold out hope. This isn't going to be all negative Nancy or anything, but I do want to let you know that you do have the opportunity to change things for yourself, and you are going to be more equipped if you're able to know what is coming ahead for you. So with that warning out of the way, we're going to go right into this. With the Ace of Cups, I'm getting this feeling like you are trying to hold back the floodgates. Maybe you're a person who is so frustrated with your work and you just can't express that in any way when it comes to being at work, that you are really repressing a lot of things. Maybe there's workplace politics that are stressing you out, or a coworker who's stressing you out. And maybe you're the type of person who literally gets into their car and drives home and you're like crying because you hate this job. I'm getting this feeling like you're really holding back from sharing exactly how you feel about your situation. For those of you who have a job, it could be that you hate where you work. For those of you who don't have a job, it could be that you are really repressed in the fact that you're like, I'm unemployed right now. I don't know what to do. I'm scared about my future. And you could be having these really blocked emotions when it comes to that because you're not able to make money for yourself and generate that wealth and generate that future for yourself. Because next, what we're seeing in the 10 of Cups in the reverse position, we're seeing this, this could be an issue with like home life and marriage. It could be maybe the situation is that your partner works and you are stuck at home and you can't generate money, you can't generate an income for yourself or to help with the family, and maybe that's causing some sort of resentment or rift. Or maybe you've been appointed this position of, oh, you're the person who stays at home, and it's really eating you up inside because you want to have a career and you're not able to discuss that with this person. For some of you, that is the situation. For others, it could be just a misalignment of your values. So it could be if you have a job, you are straight up like, this is not my end goal. This is not my end career. I don't want to be here anymore kind of situation. That is the feeling that I'm getting from some of you, is that you just don't, it doesn't feel right anymore. And so this is a clear sign that you either need to pack up and go, or at least start looking for a new job. Listen for new opportunities that are going to be coming your way. They're going to be around you, so make sure you listen to people around you. In the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse position, we are seeing this this really intense overinvestment in your work. So it could be that you have a job that is really just draining you so heavily. It's making you pull like all-nighters. It's making you pull double shifts. It's making you work way more hours than you ever intended to. And despite this, you still aren't making enough money for yourself to either be able to plan for the future or making enough money that makes you content in your life. So you are really stressing out about that. But lastly, what we're seeing here in the 2 of Swords is that you are very confused in this situation because you just feel really indecisive, because there's just a lot of different factors in your life that are kind of carrying you one way or the other. You almost feel like you have to stay here in order to live, but there's always another option. There's always another way. And you are very clouded mentally, like you have too much information that is really making it hard for you to work through. So we are seeing this repression of both your emotional, your financial, and your mental state. You are kind of trapped in a box right now. And so we're having this kind of this breakthrough moment where you're realizing, hey, something has to change because I can't keep going on in this situation and like pretend that everything's fine. You're going to eventually erupt emotionally, and that can cause so much more rift. So if there's a conversation that needs to happen, for those of you who are being held back by a partner, and you're feeling resentment build, you need to make sure that you take the time to approach this subject with this person. I'm getting this like strong message right now of like talk. Like you need to sit down with them and discuss why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And then you have to deal with all of that in whatever way they take that conversation. For most of you, though, I am seeing this dissatisfaction. I'm seeing this burnt out energy, and you're waiting for good news. You're waiting for something to finally like whisk you away from this situation. So we're going to go further. We're going to pull some clarification cards because there is a lot going on here and I want to get to the bottom of this. So we are going to pull some clarification cards for group number 1. What other messages can we glean from these cards? We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse position once again. So you are really, truly feeling like you can't do anything about this situation. You feel trapped almost. And it is really weighing heavily on you. It's so shocking that it's like with the Ace of Cups again. That's why I'm pausing so much, is just I think you're like burying yourself either in this work or you're burying your emotions about the situation like so deeply that it's hard for you to even parse like how you feel about it. Next, we have Strength in the reverse position, which is a beautiful card. So in this card here, I'm seeing this as you needing to tap into some inner strength, because generally in the reverse position with this card, this is how you're like feeling right now, is like you are feeling weak and you are feeling as if you have this self-doubt, like I can't do this, like I'm not going to be able to find a new job, I'm not going to be able to find something that works well for me or is able to bring me this like happiness that I truly want or be able to support myself. But I'm really seeing it when at the immediate moment when I flipped it reversed, the very first like thoughts that came to my mind was inner strength. I'm not getting that you're getting a lot of support from other people. I'm seeing this as almost a moment where you need to truly dig deep down inside of yourself and find what's best for you and find your motivation and your drive to pull you out of this situation. We have Death coming out. Yes. So in the Death card here, this is about change. So this card here comes out when there is some ending that is coming and a new beginning that is happening. There's this change, there's this transition happening. So again, I truly think that you are going to be having kind of an aha moment. You're going to almost have a breaking point moment, I think, is happening. You're going to have to dig down deep for some inner strength, and you're going to be hit with this sudden change, this really intense ending and beginning. So either you are cold turkey like dropping this job if you have the means and the ability to do so, and you're going to start completely fresh, is the vibes that I'm getting for some of you. For others, it could be that yes, this has been a long time coming. And it could be that you've been trying to like put out applications, you've been putting out your resume everywhere, and you're finally going to hear back and you're going to get that change. So let's look into future situations with this. So for those of us who do not have a job, getting a job and what that looks like. For those of us who are transitioning from one job to the next, or even a career shift for some of you. I'm getting this feeling like some of you you realize, whoops, I dropped a bunch. You're realizing almost that this was not meant for you, whatever this career is that you're in. And you're like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting this feeling. I keep getting drawn back to these. I'm really getting this strong emotional feeling like you're realizing that like you can't do this job anymore. It could be something that actually legitimately makes you upset and it's really toiling away at your like mental health. Or again, you could just be crying. We've all been there. We've all locked ourselves in a freezer and cried, or like driven home crying. For the future of group 1, we have the 10 of Swords coming out. Again, there's that like ending card. There's something that's coming to an end. the Wheel of Fortune in the reversed position. The Tower reversed. Okay, yeah, this is making a lot of sense now. The Five of Pentacles in the reversed position. Our last card. Okay. So what we're seeing here in this like not so distant future, I'm getting this feeling like there's something that is out of your control, and it's going to be leading you down this strong path of you needing to do some deep soul searching, and it's going to be finally, yes, pulling you away from this situation. I'm getting from some of you that like, I don't know why this is so strong, but I'm getting from some of you that you might need to move back home because you can't afford your bills and you legitimately need to get out of a really negative situation. And this is trying to call you to recognize this and realize that this needs to happen right now before things go out of control. Not to scare you guys, but for some of you, I'm getting this feeling like, yes, you cannot have a job where you're at currently because it's not a right fit for you, and there's other external forces that are causing it to be like even worse. But we are seeing again in the Ten of Swords, there's some sort of ending. This card comes out when it's almost like a backstabbed kind of like moment or like a loss of something. So this could be a loss of a job, potentially because either someone is trying to get you fired or you are just like done with it and you're like, you know what, I'm done, and you like leave suddenly kind of thing. We're seeing in the Wheel of Fortune, however, in the reverse position, that this is some sort of like out of your control. There's some sort of bad luck and external forces that are stopping. That needing to be stopped is almost like a positive I'm getting, but with this here, it's like these things keep happening because of something that is out of your control. Again, the universe is always going to be there to help right you and help point you in the right direction. So this could be something that needs to happen because you need to be guided towards the proper outlet for you. But along with the Tower reversed, this card here is dealing with this really intense need to change. There's a fear of change here. There's a want to avoid disaster, but something's got to give is the feeling that I'm getting. I think you're just holding on so strongly to your current lifestyle because you feel like you have to, and you want so hard for something else, and it just hasn't reached you properly. It hasn't brought you to that point because I think your whole situation right now isn't aligning with you, and because of that, it's causing all of these things to kind of follow you. So you have to realize with the Tower that there's a need for really intense change. The Tower reversed also always gives me these feelings of like internal change. So it's not that things are like crumbling around you. I mean, things feel like they may be, but it's that you realizing that inside you're crumbling, and you need to work on that before you can worry about all the other things outside of you. With the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position here, this is a moment where you are going to be recovering from some sort of financial loss. So again, you're going to be able to work through any financial issues, but I think it comes at the expense of you, for some of you, possibly needing to either move home or needing to move in with roommates in order to get a job that is not as stressful to you, and it's going to help you actually regain more of yourself. This could also be talking about you feeling like you don't have as much faith in your spirituality as well, especially when it comes to this. This kind of feels almost like why is all this piling up on me? Like, why is the universe doing this to me kind of feeling? But I do think here, lastly, in the Hermit, we do have this need to reflect. This is about you being alone, needing to take time to really tap into your innermost thoughts and allow that to guide you to the proper conclusion. It's about you soul searching, basically. So for a lot of you, I think you've been trying to hold something together for a very long time, and you're recognizing that it just isn't working for you. And you need to give yourself that chance to really dig down deep and be like, is this going to work for me? Do I have to change gears? What way do I have to pivot in order to make these things work for me? So I'm gonna pull a few more cards for any more messages and signs that we can be looking out for. I'm still holding on strongly with this lapis lazuli. I keep like, my eye keeps getting drawn to it, that I feel like you are going to hear good news in some way, but I think it is going to be more aligned with you either learning about a different career, or you are going to hear about a different position elsewhere, and you're going to be leaving your current job for that. Or if you are unemployed, you're going to finally be finding a job that works well for you. Any last messages for group number one? The first one we have here is the quail and the gooseberry, which says anticipation. So yes, that is the name of the game here. You are sort of sitting in anticipation, waiting for something that is going to come for you. You're waiting for some sort of change. Any other messages for group number one? We also have the hare and oak, which says new opportunities. So just as I had mentioned before, I do believe that there is some new opportunity that is coming your way. I think you are going through a lot. Honestly, I think you're going through a period of growth where maybe that, not that you've been digging your heels in, but like you've been kind of trying to postpone this growth for some time, and it is now getting to this tipping point where you are recognizing that you have to give in and allow this growth to happen and take you into this new chapter of your life. But in order to find out who you want to be and what you want out of your life, you do need to go through kind of this hermit phase, which everything is going to be all right. Just know that no matter what is going on, you are going to be able to tap into this inner strength, and you're going to be able to find these new opportunities for you. You just have to allow yourself to not resist what's going on in the situation and what's going on with the universe, and you're going to be able to be brought toward that conclusion. Any last messages? There's actually two. Just flopped out, so we're gonna grab both of these. All right, so firstly we have Cancer, and we also have Gemini. So in Cancer, it says nurturing, loyal, and sensitive. And then in Gemini, it says versatile, social, and curious. So Gemini immediately jumping out to me, skipping Cancer for just a moment. With Gemini, that social aspect, that clear communication, and being curious about new things. We want you to make sure you aren't taking this reading, taking these messages, and going further, deeper into yourself and upset about these things. We want to make sure that you stay curious, stay vigilant, and stay very much in communications with people that can help you find a new job or be able to help guide you in the right direction. Leaning on Cancer, Cancer is very in tune with their emotions, to the point where sometimes people who are Cancers, they may think that it's a detriment, but with Cancer, it's very much that you can feel your emotions and you can express them. So again, nurturing, loyal, and sensitive, Be nurturing to yourself and be sensitive to your emotions and how you legitimately feel about something. Don't cover things up and try to be a people pleaser. We don't want you to just play people pleaser, and because that's not going to get you what you truly want out of your life. That's not going to get you to this hermit moment that you need in order to really realize what you need to realize about yourself. We're also going to pull one last little message here. Can we get something good for our group number 1? I'm going to pull 2 because that one flew out and so did that one. So this first one here says, life changes when the way you perceive things change. And then when you flip it around, it says, changing your perception changes your life. So this is kind of the through line that we've had through all of this, is that there is some sort of situation in your life that you need to change your perspective of in order to see the good in it. So again, you may be thinking, why are all of these things happening to me? But you need to realize that these things are happening because an ending needs to happen. It needs to stop so you can pursue a positive and more hopeful outcome for yourself. This last one says, your stories are all you have. Change your story, change your life. Write your way to greatness today. So again, you taking charge of your life. You're going to be the one that comes to this decision. It's not going to be left to anybody else. You are going to be the one who decides, I want to step up for myself. I want to make a change, and I want to finally release whatever negativity has been following me in order to pursue my own happiness. So lastly, I'm going to roll this Astro dice for any last messages for you, group number 1. So firstly, we have coming out is Scorpio. So this could be your sun, moon, or rising, or someone important in your life around you. And Scorpio again. So again. And lastly, we have Cancer, rolling on Cancer. So there's Cancer as well. Other things with Scorpio I'd like to kind of delve into a little bit is Scorpio is very ambitious and they go for what they want, and they're very determined when it comes to pursuing those goals. So make sure you kind of tap into that trait. If it isn't you outright, your sun, moon, or rising, or someone around you that you can lean on for support, try to tap into that trait and recognize that with determination and that extreme strength that Scorpio has, you are going to be able to pursue your goals. And again, with Cancer, listen to your emotions. That is a big thing that I want to impart on you, group number 1, is that I think you need to sit down with yourself, as the Hermit says here. You need to sit down with yourself and listen to yourself and really see what it is that you want or need out of life. So thank you guys so much for getting through to the end of your reading. It was a bit of a journey, but I do believe that you guys are going to make it through just fine out in the other side. Just make sure that you take things at your own pace and don't allow others to decide your life for you. This is for you to control. If you did get this far in your reading and you liked it, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick card readings in the future. And to let myself and others know that you did get this far, leave a hair or a bunny emoji in the comment box below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your reading all about your career and the next steps that is going to be taking shape in your life with your career. So if you chose the Marigold Tarot deck along with this Honey Calcite, then this is going to be your reading for today. And with this Honey Calcite, it really helps in giving off this warm and nurturing energy, and it can really help to provide comfort and confidence to people who don't have it and haven't had it for some time. So I really like the Honey Calcite because it truly helps me feel like at ease. Like if you look at it, sorry, I just want to show again, it almost looks like honey and cream together, and that is just such a nostalgic and like warm feeling, like just appealing, I believe, color to me, that it really gives me that, again, that nurturing and that confident moment. So that's there to help you through this reading. Group number 2, we're going to be looking at your career, if you have one currently, or if there's going to be any changes, or if you're currently unemployed, and what you're going to be hearing in the near future. So let's go ahead and get right into your readings for group number 2. Can I get some messages for group 2, please? The first one we have coming out is the King of Swords in the reverse position. Next, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. And lastly, we have the Three of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing this as a situation where you are kind of, I'm trying to think. I feel like you are currently in a situation where there is you who are coming from this point of enjoying your career and wanting to make the most of it, but there are either some people around you that are making it very hard to enjoy your career, or there's a certain situation that's going on that is causing a bit of upset and a bit of nervousness that's making you really question if you want to stay at this position, which I totally understand. I have been there. So let's get into this so I don't leave you guys hanging. We're seeing outright with the King of Swords in the reverse position that there is some sort of force. This could be a very, this could be a male, this could be a male in power in particular, considering that he is a king. Obviously, it could be a female with maybe just more masculine tendencies as well. But this is someone who is ruling in the sense of in a very manipulative way. They're very tyrannical. They're like, it's my way or the highway. They may be micromanaging you, and it could be coming off to the point where they're almost being abusive in the workplace. And I'm seeing this as very much a person who's in a position of power, who's exerting this power over you in a way that is very detrimental and very harsh. It's making it hard for you to want to stay. Again, if you do not currently have a job, it could be that there is someone in your life who is, they're being, I wouldn't even say pushy, they're being literally downright abusive when it comes to you either trying to find a job. They're just being like, well, why can't you find one? Or they're just knocking down all of your ideas and your dreams, and you need to cut that person out of your life as best as you can. I'm getting that feeling for some of you that this is a partner, and for others of you, this is someone who's in your life that's like a family member who is either very jealous of you and they're kind of trying to cut at you in any way, shape, or form, or they are just, it could be a parent who is really pushing their ideals onto you, and you are struggling with this situation. Because what I'm getting next to that with the Ace of Cups, we are getting this feeling of, I'm believing this is straight up you, where this is coming from a place of love. There is a lot of compassion, a lot of creativity here, and you have a lot of emotions about the situation. And I can completely understand, especially if you are dealing with someone at work who is in a position of power, who is being very manipulative and very harsh. It could be that you may be finding yourself like very upset in your workplace. You could be driving home from work crying. You could be really struggling with your emotions and not able to tap into the sense of calm simply because you're being surrounded by all of this negativity. But I do see you as someone who is really coming from a place of love. So you're not understanding why this person is reacting the way that they are toward you. You want everything to be like working. You don't want to cause problems with other people, but it just seems to be that things are coming out of the woodwork to go after you. And I'm seeing that there is the potential that you are someone who you tap into your creativity, and that's something that you want to focus on. It could possibly be that maybe you want to be an artist and you're just thinking like, oh, I can't go that route because, it's not conventional. Or you could have a parent who doesn't believe that you're able to do or sell your art kind of thing, and you're feeling really held back by them. But this is your life, so whatever way you want to express yourself, you need to be able to tap into that creativity, and you need to be able to follow your heart when it comes to that sort of thing, or else you're going to be repressing yourself. Do not be a people pleaser. Really, really be out for what it is that you want to do in your life. Next to that, we're seeing the Six of Wands in the reverse position. And there is some sort of, either you have a lack of confidence on your part, where you are somebody that you don't believe that you're either destined for great things. You believe that, yeah, I could get that position that just opened up, but like, I mean, I don't know if I'll actually get it because like my boss really doesn't like me, or something like that. Or you feel afraid to leave your current job because you're like, I'm not going to find something that's as good as this job. I'm putting that in quotes. Or like, I'm not going to be able to find something that pays me as much as this job. You're kind of feeding into that a little bit because you don't have that confidence in yourself. You could either be that, or it could be that there was a situation that went on recently that either someone threw you under the bus, or you could have potentially did something that you regret doing at work, and now it's making people see you in kind of a different light. It could be that maybe you're the one time you were on your phone at work, your boss saw you, and now like they constantly are on you about being on your phone or something like that. It could be something petty, but I'm really getting this feeling like for most people this is a lack of confidence thing. Or you have this issue dealing with anxiety, and you feel like other people think that you like have such terrible work ethic, or feel like you are doing a bad job, but you're not actually, and it's just your anxiety sort of feeding into that thought process. I really think it's a lack of confidence thing, though, for the most part, for most of you. And lastly, we're seeing in the Three of Cups here is that this card is one talking about a stifling of like creativity. So again, I was talking about how you need to tap into your creativity and you need to express it. It could be that there's something or somebody in your life that's really trying to control that creativity and really trying to stop you from expressing yourself. It could be yourself with this lack of confidence. But again, I'm tapping into whoever this King of Swords is that's in your life that's trying to control you, whether it's your boss or a family member, a friend, a partner, something like that. They are not giving you the support and love that you need in order to feed into your creativity, is the biggest vibe that I'm getting. The other bit with this card, it could be, this is considered the like Three's a Company card, where, or Three's a Crowd kind of card, to where there's too many people trying for something. So either there's the potential of a new position opening up and too many people are going for it, so you're sitting there going like, oh god, am I gonna get this kind of thing, or is this person gonna beat me out? Or it could be that I'm really getting this vibe of like there's workplace rumors going on, and there's somebody who is on the outside who's like causing issues. They're kind of trying to like tap into this drama because that's the type of person that they are, and it is feeding into, again, possibly that issue earlier where there was that fall from grace kind of moment where you may have done something that you regret or something, and they're spinning tales a little bit about it and maybe further feeding into it, which is causing just even more stress for you, kind of thing. I'm going to pull some clarification cards because I want to see what else we can get from these messages here. I really think for most of you, though, that this is just a struggle with you not being able to use your creativity to its fullest potential. And this is something that you need to realize and really work on for yourself and really be able to stand up for what you believe in and what you want out of life. Ooh, the Hanged Man coming out right when I said those things. So with the Hanged Man here, he is about feeling restricted, especially with him in between the King of Swords and this Ace of Cups, which I was pointing out that this feels like you, where you're coming from. I'm getting that restricted, like you're being held back by someone. Also with the Hanged Man, it could be a period of suspension to where you feel like you can't really do anything about it right now. You just feel like you don't have the ability to help yourself in this situation. This can also be you needing to let go. So again, like how I said earlier, you might need to cut somebody out of your life. You might need to literally let go of this person because they could be holding you back from your future. Is that feeling that I'm getting? The Hanged Man can also be like, you got put in this position, I feel like almost because you are such a people pleaser, and now you're stuck there and you're having a hard time cutting yourself down from this, is almost the feeling that I'm getting. So not like a victim mentality kind of situation, but kind of like you just wanted the best for everyone, and because of that you got lured into something that you didn't expect. That is a very specific message for some of you, but it came to my head and I needed to get it out. All right, any further messages for group 2? We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position, and with this card here, this is very much about you needing to break free from something. So you are needing to break out of this mindset of this lack of confidence. You need to break your creativity through and be able to use that instead of sitting on it. Like you have some sort of talent that you're not using, is the feeling that I'm getting. And it's really holding you back right now. The other bit with this card too is that there is some sort of mental challenge. So yes, you are struggling with your thoughts. You're like, oh, but they really need me at this job, or oh, they think that I can't pursue my art career, so I can't do it, kind of thing. It's very much telling me that you are struggling mentally with the situation because you are feeling so strongly about how people perceive you and how your life should go. So that is really holding you back and making it hard for you to be able to look into the future. Ooh, we've got the Death card coming out. So there's some change that's coming. So we are seeing this very strong ending and new beginning coming out for you. For some of you, this is going to be a period of transition. So this could very much be you cold turkey leaving a job because you're realizing that it sucks to work here, and you are actually going to be like floating in between jobs for a second. So just be very careful if that is your current situation. Obviously, you want to make sure your finances are in a good place, or if you have the ability to move back home or move in with a friend, that might be an avenue that you need to go down in order to stay afloat. But there is going to be a positive change coming beyond this, because this is a deep-seated need for change that is going to be taking place for you. So for those of you who don't have a job, you are going to find something. For those of you who listen to the universe and you understand that is calling you towards something dealing with your creativity, you're going to benefit the most because you're going to finally pursue that goal. And for those of you who have a job that you absolutely hate or a boss that you absolutely hate, I'm seeing you making some sort of movement toward finding a new job, and that's going to bring you a more positive outcome in your future. So with the Death card also, again, it is change, it is endings, and it is beginnings. So there is going to be a newness to your life, and the universe has you. The universe is not going to lead you astray as long as you listen to it and you listen to yourself and what it is that you find internally guiding you. As long as you listen to those things, you are going to be okay. We're going to pull some more cards dealing with the future. So the future of your career. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. The Sun in the reverse position. I'm going to move these a little bit. The Page of Swords in the reverse position. And this one just flew out. The Five of Swords. And one more. In the reverse position, by the way. And lastly, we have Temperance in the reverse position. Okay. So what I am seeing from this is in the Two of Wands reverse, there is this fear of you not knowing what it is that is going to be out there for you in your future. You are possibly afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of the, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I don't find a job? What if kind of thing? It's just really clouding your judgment right now. And it can also be indicative of you having this sort of like moment where you're not planning for the future. So use this more as a warning to, if you are going to make a decision, have your next steps in place. Know exactly what it is that you're going to do before you take that that like leap, just so you can feel better aligned with yourself. However, I am seeing this positive outcome, no matter what way you go with this. Whether you jump directly into it or you take the time to actually plan, the Sun reversed is here to give you this sense of just overall positivity and a sign that things are going to be all right. In the Sun, it is obviously the most it's the most positive card in all of tarot, but in the Sun reversed here, it is still positive, but it's very much more a moment of, I think there's going to be a sadness and a loss and a like period of depression before you start seeing that brightness of the sun again. It's definitely going to be here to guide you through this moment too. But I think you're allowed to feel upset and you're allowed to grieve this this situation that you're currently in and make way for something new and something good for yourself. Next, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse position, and with this card here, this can be very much a card dealing with fast action to the point where it could be too quick. It could be this scattered energy, and it could be that I'm going to say the phrase "don't count your chickens before they hatch" kind of moment. You don't want to go out there and just plan on, like, say you do tap into your creativity and you're like, I'm going to start an art career, I'm going to start an art YouTube channel or something like that. You have to do so much planning behind a YouTube channel. You have to do so much dedication and hard work when it comes to that. You have to know all of your steps, so make sure you research before you do those things. And also don't feel inclined to like talk, and then not follow through on your actions. You have to make sure you are fully dedicated to whatever craft it is that you're choosing before you head forward, or other people are going to just sort of be like, oh yeah, like they said that they were going to do this, but then they never did, kind of thing. You don't want to feed into that negativity. You don't want to feed into letting them win, kind of thing. You want to make sure that you have yourself situated. So definitely do a lot of thought before you jump forward. Next, we have with the Five of Swords in the reverse position that you are open to some sense of change. Like it's not like you're completely shut off from this. I think it's just, again, that fear of the unknown, that maybe you're not at a point in your life where you can plan properly for the next steps. But this is here indicating and letting me know that you do want to take some sort of change for yourself, and it is here to guide you in that sense. The Five of Swords in the reverse position can also show some sort of indication of some past resentment. So it could be that maybe you don't want to go for a job that's like this one because it's going to remind you too much potentially of your previous boss, or it could be that you're holding on to resentment from a different situation that is really keeping you away from either working in a different job that was like a similar career path from before or something. I'm getting this like stuck feeling. I'm getting this like, yeah, feeling like icky about past jobs that is making it hard for you to want to kind of jump into them again. Or for some people, you are just holding on to that past resentment from whoever this person is. And it could be a moment where like you're almost like pushing yourself forward due to like pettiness and spite. In spite of this person, you're gonna tap into your creativity and just sort of go off, kind of thing, which like, good on you, you do that. But like, I'm kind of almost getting this feeling that like you're a little bit fueled by it. But lastly, I'm seeing here in Temperance reversed, we do have this card coming out to let you know that there is, again, it's trying to mention it a couple of times, that there is lack of long-term vision. So I think one of the biggest things in this word of advice that you need to hear the most out of this is that you need to make a game plan for yourself. So this can all still be extremely positive. You can do so much growth. You can cut this negativity out of your life, and you can really tap into your creativity and push forward into a new, beautiful direction. But I think with a few of these cards, we are seeing this repeat of not having a clear plan. So whatever it is that you are going to do, I need you to pull out a notebook, pull out the notes app on your phone or something, and I need you to kind of come up with a really loosely strung plan of what it is that you want or need to do in order to see your future bloom into what it is that you want. Temperance can also, I went on a little tangent, but temperance can also be explaining to you that there is this lack of imbalance in your life. So it can be just noting, hey, I see you. I see that you're really floundering right now where you're at, and it's trying to let you know that, yes, it's okay to feel like you're out of balance right now, because you literally are, and it's trying to point that out to you so you can actually see it and register it. Again, going back to making a plan, I think you should take some time, even before you put in your 2 weeks or anything, whatever it is that's going on here. I think that you need to dig down deep within and see exactly what it is that you want for yourself and what you want for your future, and the things that keep pulling you back. So if you keep being attracted to doing one thing over and over again, and it just keeps coming up into your life. So let's take, for example, like writing. Say you're somebody who wrote a lot when you were a child and then you kind of stopped, and then you picked it back up and you did a few things here or there and then you stopped. And then, you picked it up as a hobby again later in life and you stopped. There's probably a reason why it keeps coming back to you, why you keep getting called to it. Maybe that's something that you want to explore. Maybe you've thought about writing your own novel and you want to finally pursue that, but you're having naysayers. You're having people that say that you can't do that because it's not a conventional job or something like that. I think you need to, whatever that hobby is or whatever that talent is that you have, you need to really look at it with a critical eye and be like, what do I want to do? And what do I want my future to look like? Do I want to be a best-selling author so I can quit my job and I can just write books for the rest of my life? Or do I want to continue to have a job that I absolutely hate with a person who does not like me? Like, you have to really think for yourself and believe in yourself. Get rid of that lack of confidence. Really have that confidence. Yeah, with the honey calcite here, really give yourself that confidence and that boost and that nurturing energy for you to be able to feel like you can do it, because you can. You do have the universe backing you. So I'm going to pull a few more cards, just some last few messages for group number 2. Any messages for group 2 for us to share? Firstly, we have the spider and the passion flower, and this is creative ingenuity. So again, it's talking about creativity. It's talking about you tapping into creativity. So if you're somebody who keeps going, no, I can't do that, you really have to listen to yourself. You really have to allow yourself to express yourself in that creative way, because I think you have a story to tell and it's trying to get out. And you just keep pushing back, because again, you have this King of Swords person who's just really trying to knock you down. Your own lack of confidence is also trying to pull you away from that. We've also pulled the mouse and the buttercup, which says innocence. And that's kind of the feeling that I've gotten for you, group number 2. I think it's like a lot of like the honey calcite with that warm and like nurturing feeling, and then also the Ace of Cups in it being like about love and compassion. I've been getting this really soft feeling about you. I don't know if maybe you're just a very sensitive person, or again, you're so much of a people pleaser that like it basically mortifies you to think that you have to stand up for yourself, is kind of the feeling that I'm getting for some of you. But I am getting this very like soft, warm, innocent feeling from group number 2. And I feel like that's a great thing to have, but with innocence can sometimes come being naive to situations. Again, how I was getting that feeling like you were being led almost into the hanged man position, because you were like, I just want to make other people happy kind of thing. You need to learn to stand up for yourself and be a little bit selfish in order to achieve your goals. But keep that sense of innocence and keep that sense of adventure about you, though. I do think that you're someone who's able to really see the bright side of things. And so even though all of this is going on, you do still have, again, that inner sun that is shining through. That's really just a very positive and warm energy for you. We're going to pull a couple more cards. For group number 2, what other messages do we have? Firstly, we have Scorpio coming out. So this could be your sun, moon, or rising. It says honest, determined, and focused, which, yes, if you want to really achieve some sort of creative goal, you have to take the determination that Scorpio has and you really have to run with it. You have to stay like laser focused on your goal in order to reach that point. So I think that Scorpio is a perfect card to come out to kind of help you through this battle. Any other messages? We next have Ghost Pipe coming out, which says immerse in your shadow's wisdom. So you know exactly what it is that holds you back. You know why you hold yourself back, and you know your faults. If you don't know those things, tap into those things. Understand your faults and understand what is holding you back from situations. So, not to like rip on you or anything, but with seeing this innocence and the other bits of the cards here, I am getting very much this feeling of you are such a people pleaser to the point where it's actually detrimental to you. Yes, we all want to be kind and we all want to be very helpful to the people around us, but you need to know where your boundaries are and you need to know when to cut people off from your energy and not allow them to take advantage of you. So that's kind of what I'm getting from some, if not most of you, is that you're having a very hard time in allowing yourself to be solidly your person and caring about your thoughts. You're putting yourself second constantly is really the vibe that I'm getting. I'm also getting that a lot of you are very young. With this card here, and just overall the vibe of this is that there's a possibility that you're very young. I'm thinking like literally like teens to like mid 20s, maybe even like branching into 30s. That is still young. Like I don't consider myself old and I am in my 30s. And this is you kind of like needing to know that it's okay to let your life branch out into different like sections, like into different paths. You don't need to follow one straight road and this is the end all be all. Or if you're even younger, if you're literally like teen to early 20s, like you don't need to have it all figured out. Like none of us do. So you need to know that you experimenting and you playing around with things and trying to figure things out is going to lead you towards success in the future. So I'm going to pull one last little message for you guys, group number 2. Then we will be done with the reading for today. So we have, if you do not choose how you feel, then the world will choose for you. Master your frequency. So yes, this is very much you needing to choose how you feel. You need to be standing up for yourself because there's going to be other people who tell you what to do constantly. We do not want you to be following the whims and the dreams of other people around you. We want you to be choosing it for yourself. So definitely what I'm taking from this, get rid of the King of Swords. I honestly just want to say, please get rid of them. But do it in a way to where you don't burn bridges. If you can possibly manage that, allow yourself to have a plan. Sit down and really construct a plan because there is change that needs to happen in your life. Again, the Death card there is this ending and beginning that's going to be coming for you. You need to make a decision. You need to not worry about the unknown. Tap into your creativity and make a plan in order to reach a solid and beautiful future for yourself. We are seeing strength in the sun coming out for you, and the Temperance card here is letting you know that you are out of balance. So make sure that you balance yourself again and live for yourself. Don't live for other people. I'm going to pull any last messages with this Astro Dice. We have Scorpio coming out, and again, we had Scorpio down here. So this could be your sun, moon, or rising, or it could be someone important in your life during this time that you might want to lean on for support. Next, we have Scorpio coming out again. This is like so wild to me because not only do you have Scorpio and it came out twice, but I also wanted to just point out that if you had any lean towards pile number 1, there's a couple of similarities there. There might be some more messages there. And at the very end, I rolled Scorpio 2 times in a row with the first 2 rolls. So that is very wild that that has happened twice now. And we have Gemini coming out. So this could be, again, sun, moon, or rising, or it could be that if you aren't a Gemini, you could be needing to tap into the strength and the traits of Gemini. So with Geminis, they're very curious. They're very social creatures. They love researching. They love learning about new things, very analytical, and they try to formulate plans. I say try because I am a Gemini. We try to formulate plans and we need to have our scattered energy brought down to one point. And then when we are pointed in that right direction, we need to stay a path to go toward that. So really being curious and researching, I think, are two really big things that you need to tap into. The other point I wanted to make really quick that I was just reminded of with Scorpio is that Scorpio is also the card dealing with the death card as well. So we are seeing a very intense ending and beginning. We're getting so much Scorpio vibes. So there's something going on with Scorpio. You might be seeing it more. You might be meeting a Scorpio that could be leading you in the right direction. Just keep your eyes open for that, because I think that sign could be very, very powerful and almost protective of you in this moment. So if you liked this reading or it resonates with you, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick a card readings in the future. I hope the best for you, and I really think that you've got this. You are going to be guided by the universe, and it's going to help you kind of weather this storm. And also, if you liked this reading or it resonated, feel free to leave a mouse emoji in the comment box below to let myself and others know that you did reach this point in your reading. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading all about your career and the next steps that you're going to be taking in your career. So if you chose the Art Nouveau Tarot deck along with this Zebra Jasper, then this is going to be your reading for today. And with this Zebra Jasper, I just quickly wanted to point out that this is really a gemstone that can help with you seeing past illusions. And it can really help in protecting your aura. So if you have felt like maybe you're being a little bit duped at your workplace, maybe someone's trying to sell you the world and you are afraid of falling into some sort of trap, that is there to help you be able to see past certain situations, certain falsities. Also the potential of if there is lying going on in the workplace, you're going to be able to see where the truth is and where those lies are, and you're going to be able to make decisions that will help guide you in this situation. So we're gonna go ahead and go straight into your reading. I hope you've been doing well, group number 3. Let's get in here and get some messages for you on your career. So this is going to be all about either the career that you're currently in, if you're going to be making any sort of jumps, your dream job, or if you are currently unemployed, the potential of a new career coming to you. So let's grab this first one that flew right out. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse position that came out. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. We're going to go for 2 more of these. 2 more for group number 3. We have the Moon in the reverse position and the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. And not to alarm you, basically every single pile, I'm fairly certain, had all reversals on their top row. So that's something that everyone is feeling currently. So we are feeling this stuck energy. We're feeling this need to change, I think. Looking at the 5 of Cups in the reverse position, this here is about you really learning to move on from a certain situation. There is either a need for you to forgive yourself or to forgive a past job. I'm really taking this moreover that you need to forgive yourself for any past mistakes that you may have made in your workplace, in your career path. For some of you, I'm getting this very direct message of you regretted your first major in college and you're regretting that that career path that it took you on, and now you're kind of sitting here after the fact being like, you're either going back to school and you're trying to either expand upon that last major and degree that you had, or you are going a completely different route in order to really amplify your life. So I'm getting for some of you that this is very much you regret your past job and now you are learning from those mistakes and you are changing course. If you have yet to go to college, sorry about that, it could be that maybe you have regretted allowing a certain, like, just time to pass you by, and you're feeling like you're missing out a little bit. But this is a time for you to really just accept where you're at now, forgive yourself for any past mistakes, and move forward into a new career, or move forward into the career that you're currently in, whichever one applies and works out best for you. We are seeing that this could be indicative of a time where you just simply need to move on from the job that you're currently at. It's not bringing you the passion or energy or really the finances that you need in order to fulfill yourself. So this could be a card that's trying to just come out here outright. And if you've been thinking, hey, I kind of want to jump jobs, I kind of want to look for something a little bit more fulfilling, I think this is here kind of giving you the go ahead. Like, yes, this is something that you should likely think on a little bit more than just sort of a passing thought. Beside the Five of Cups in reverse, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. And in this one here, this could be that you are really dealing with having a imbalance in your work and family life. So you could be really, truly overworking yourself. Maybe you're taking on a lot of overtime. Maybe you're working just like you can't get your work done during the day, so you're finding that you have to stay later in order to finish your work, or you're allowing your work to come home with you. So say you are the type of person who always answers your phone or checks your emails or something when you are at home and you should be resting, that is really eating away at you, and it is taking away from your ability to relax, and it's taking away from your ability to have quiet time with yourself or with your family. And even if it feels like it's little things, it's starting to build up and become more and more and more. So if you are somebody who checks your emails frequently, or you keep getting like calls or text messages, you need to put up a boundary and you need to stop those things from happening. Work time should be placed in your life as work time, and then home time needs to be your time and chance to unwind and relax from the day. So I'm getting this feeling that you are somebody who you push and push and push yourself, and you are allowing your work to almost control your life. For those of you who are unemployed, this could be a situation where you are needing to forgive yourself because you do feel that sort of, not even like resentment, but you feel really down on yourself for not having a job, and you are, instead of this imbalance because of the work, is you're having an imbalance of where you're placing your time and energy. So you're not focusing your energy into the right things. You're thinking, if I stay busy with XYZ, then like eventually something will happen. I'm kind of getting this feeling from some of you that maybe you're trying to start your own business, but the path that you're taking for it is kind of, you don't have a clear set goal. So you're not making consistent content. You're not pushing yourself out there the way that you need to, because maybe you just feel a little bit nervous about really putting yourself out there, and you don't have this sort of discipline currently that you need in order to really find work and really pick up on making money. So it's an imbalance in where you are focusing your energy into something, but it's not the right things for you at this time. However, beside that card, we are seeing the moon in the reverse position. And with this card here, this is really about you finally releasing the fear of the unknown. You're able to see past illusions, just like this zebra jasper is here to help you with that. The moon upright is generally a card about illusions, about the unknown. So you're going to be able to see past those, and you're going to be able to work your way through this confusing time. It just takes a bit of strength and a lot of patience with yourself and working consistently toward a goal. The moon reverse is here to try to let you know that everything's going to be all right. You're going to be able to make the proper decisions for yourself and your family. You're going to be able to finally reach a point of happiness after you are seeing this unhappiness in your life. It's shedding light on a situation. So imagine like a full moon in the sky and how it illuminates everything that's in the night. So while the night is can be like scary with all the sounds and the fact that it's dark, with the light of the moon, you are seeing everything under this light and you're realizing it's not so scary. So the moon reversed is really here to kind of give you a bit more strength to push forward. And lastly, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. And with this one here, this can be coming about as a sense of you having a lack of motivation to where you just aren't passionate right now about whatever is going on. So you are either not striving for anything beyond just your normal daily routine of work, and you're not feeling like just full of that excitement and passion that you would want in order to feel motivated and feel enthusiastic. So with this card here, it can also indicate delays, and it could indicate you just feeling like really weighed down, like you just have so much going on, so much on your plate. Again, you're overworking yourself to where you just are like, something has to give, something has to change in order to make me feel more fulfilled and excited in my life again. So we're gonna pull some cards for clarification, because I kind of want to see a little bit further into what's going on in your situation, group number 3. So can we get some messages, some clarification from group number 3? Firstly, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. And with this card coming out, this is a very, very strong and exciting kind of burst of energy, because it's coming out as a new opportunity to raise your finances. It's a new chance at prosperity, at being able to manifest everything that you are looking for. So I really think that you should tap into what it is that you want, set some intentions for yourself to kind of try to get you out of this funk, whatever's going on here. If you have a job and you just aren't feeling it, maybe set in some intentions toward, what are my next steps to get get a promotion? What are my next steps to shift over to a different position that I might like more than the one that I'm in? What can I do to find my dream job? Try to cast those intentions and really hold on to them tight and feed into those, because I think you even dreaming about the potential of this new manifestation, this new opportunity, is going to bring it that much closer to you. You have to be thinking and wanting that change inherently and very much deep down, and not let it just pass you by. Next, we are seeing the Star in the upright position. And again, this is another very beautiful, very strong and powerful message with the Star. This is all about having this sense of hope and renewal and this inspiration. So I do really see you being able to tap into that and work through it. I also like how we have obviously the moon, and then we have the star. So those two work in tandem with one another. When you're able to see past these illusions, you're going to be able to see the beauty in the sky of these stars, and you're going to be able to find your hope. You're going to find your beacon and what it is that inspires you. That's the vibe that I'm getting from these. So I do see that you're going to make some really positive steps forward for yourself. I'm going to pull one last card for these. And the High Priestess. You have to learn to love and trust yourself. You have to learn to tap into your higher power and your subconscious mind. Really allow your higher self, your higher being, and the universe to guide you trust in yourself. I'm really getting this feeling that you know exactly what it is that you want and need to do, and you have just been holding yourself back. There's been something. I don't know if it's maybe this need to forgive yourself, maybe this mistake that you made in the past, because that's really the feeling that I'm getting, is like you feel like you wasted your time, you feel like you went into the wrong career, you studied the wrong thing in school. You need to forgive yourself and let that be, and realize the lessons that you learned during that time has made you a stronger person, and that is guiding you towards the next step in your life. We're seeing obviously this very positive outcome here with the Ace of Pentacles, the Star, and the High Priestess, that whatever is going on here, when you're able to look past these illusions and you're able to trust yourself and make this new plan, you're going to just burst forth with something that is going to really benefit you. For some of you, I'm seeing a career shift. I'm seeing you applying for a dream job, like with the Star. I'm getting this really dreamy, intense like feeling that you're going to be applying for your dream job and you're going to be getting it. For others of you, I am seeing that this is possibly a step in the direction of you wanting to own your own business. Again, trusting in yourself, really taking a leap of faith. And with the Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles being ruler of like opportunity and financial gain, this is sort of a step that you're taking, that you're going to be putting into a business. For those of you who have been interested in starting your own business, I think this is a very good sign. Perhaps maybe in the past you tried to own a business before, and maybe you failed at that once before, so you've been very tentative and scared to try it again. But I think that you've learned plenty of lessons from that time, and you are now able to see that that was like what you wanted. It's just that you either needed to shift your business plan, or you needed to make different deals, or just needed to come at a time where you've learned these lessons in order to truly give you this prosperity moment. So I'm going to pull a few more messages for you, group number 3. Right now, it's very positive. I'm seeing a lot of good change coming for you. So for the future, I'm going to say this is going to be kind of more immediate future, and then leading into this situation here. What do we have for group number 3 to look forward to? Or any obstacles, any advice? We have Temperance. So keep your life in balance. Again, how we had here with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position, make sure you're able to tap into and find balance with yourself, and don't overwork yourself. Really keep that work life separate, and allow yourself to have patience and tap into your inner purpose in order to reach this point. I really think that this is something that you're causing yourself. I'm really seeing this as either you are a very creative person and you need to sell your creative works, or you are someone who is trying to own a business, and this is like your purpose and you need to tap into it. So this is coming out to let you know that you can do it and that you do have the ability to do so. We have the 10 of Cups upright, which is a beautiful card. So this card here is pretty much like the whole package. This is that you are finding harmony, you have a happy marriage and family, you are having anything you could dream of just coming to you, and you are going to finally be aligned with your higher purpose. You're going to be aligned with the universe. Everything is going to work out perfectly for you, and I really do believe that this is something that you can achieve. It's just you aren't quite there yet, but I think you know what it is. I think you know what it was that was holding you back, or you can see exactly what you need to do, and it's just taking that leap of faith. It's just believing in the star, in the protection of the star, before you can make this journey become a reality. Wow. We have the world coming out. These are so positive and so beautiful. So with the world coming out, this is very much a completion. Again, I'm really seeing it as, because like the world is that completion, it's that full circle. It is the last of the major arcana, again, that kind of circular motion. I feel like you're going back to something that happened in your past, either a failed business, maybe a job that you left before you're going back to, and it really was like your favorite job ever, and for some reason you had to leave. That might be a message for someone. It could be just going back to school, or like something where this is a higher calling. This is a very intense just draw that is like, it needs to be completed. It's almost like a rebirth kind of feeling that I'm getting from this too. But the world is here to let you know that, again, you are going to accomplish everything that you need to accomplish. You are just showing so much positive in these cards here. And I just really think that it's going to be your everything. It's going to be the thing that finally puts that last puzzle piece into your life. Or if you're younger, it could be the start of your like puzzle. It could really be the thing that launches your career, launches your life. You start meeting new people, you meet a partner, you start a family, things like that. So I really think you believing and trusting in yourself and what you know that needs to get done is going to bring you to that end goal. And lastly, we are seeing in the Nine of Wands in the reverse position that there is this feeling of you being very on edge. You're feeling defensive or paranoid or very, very hesitant. And I think this is an obstacle that you need to push through. I think that you have suffered some sort of loss or pain from the past that you need to work through, that's going to have you realize that the thing that you've wanted all along is directly in front of you and you have the power to do it. You have to work through whatever this past pain is and whatever this hesitation is before you could push forward, because you are getting the go ahead. It is telling you, this reading is telling you that whatever this is, you are going to have the power and the ability to reach this final endpoint, this happiness at the very end of the road. It's just that there's something holding you back, and you have to do some soul searching and some inner work in order to make this a reality. It's not just going to be handed to you, and it's something where, especially if you're someone who has failed in the past with something, it can be just so scary to try that thing one more time. Like getting back up on that horse, it's very, very scary because you just got bucked off of that horse. It hurt a lot when you hit the ground. Maybe you broke your arm or your leg. Like there was some need to heal beyond that point, and now you're sitting there looking at it being like, I don't want to get on the horse again, I'm scared, kind of thing. Is that I think you need to push yourself there, because I really think that whatever this situation is, however this applies to you, it's really calling you. For those of you who are not employed right now, I think that the biggest thing you need to worry about is trusting in yourself and knowing your worth, and knowing that if you pursue this thing, people around you they might not support you and they might think that this is a very weird move for you to be putting your time and energy into this thing. But I think that you have the perseverance to push through and be able to accomplish this. That goes for people who do have a job right now as well, but I'm getting a very specific message for the people who currently are unemployed, that people around you are going to kind of look at you thinking that you're wild and a little bit, that they're like, what in the hell are you doing? So just be prepared for that. Be prepared to back yourself and really allow yourself to have that confidence that you need to push forward. We're gonna pull a few more messages for you, group number 3. What last messages can we get for group number 3 to help them along with this journey, to get them to realize that they, in fact, have this? The first one we have is the Bobcat and Blackthorn, and in this card it says patience. So truly being able to have patience, because things that you really, really, truly want are going to take time, they're going to take patience, they're going to take a lot of energy to nurture and be able to transform into something. Especially if this is about you owning your own business, it takes a lot of patience to be able to start making money for things that to be able to reach some form of financial stability. And next we also have the cat and lavender. So you've got 2 cats that are kind of trying to take care of you and give you messages. So if you have a little kitty at home, give them a little kiss on the forehead, because they may be kind of protecting you during this time as well. And in the cat and lavender, it says independence. So again, this is a you thing. I really think that you are someone who is you're going to be creating your own career, you're going to be your own boss, and you're going to be the one who controls your schedule. Cats, if you have one, you know, but if you do not have one and have never owned a cat before, they are so independent to where they can basically just sit in the same room as you and be content, but they can do anything else that they want, and except for get their own food. So basically they manage their schedules, they decide when it is that they want to play, when it is that they want to sleep, and it's just their business and no one else's. So be like a cat. Allow yourself to have that confidence and have that belief and power in yourself to get the things accomplished that you need accomplished. And then we're going to pull just a couple more cards for any last messages. For group number 3, I would love 3 cards this time. I only pulled 2 for the other groups, but I would love 3 cards. I don't know why. That was 3. Wow. 3 fell. So the first one we have is protection. So again, you are very protected during this time. You are not going to fail again. You are going to succeed if you go along this path. So I want you to trust in this for yourself. Next, we are seeing amethyst, which is showing up as intuition. So you following your intuition and being able to trust what it is that you know that you need for yourself and what it is that you want to venture for. This is kind of being repeated a little bit now, but it's very much another just sort of indication of, yes, you need to believe in yourself and you need to trust in how you feel. And lastly, we have coming out Libra. So this could be your sun, moon, or rising sign, or it could be someone in your life who's important to you during this time. But with Libra, it has on here harmony, charming, and connection. And with Libra, again, balance. Temperance again. So just keep that in mind, is keep things in balance. Do not overwork yourself. It's going to be very hard for you to be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish if you are under duress, under extreme stress, and use your connections to kind of not manipulate people, but to get what you want. Use people in the sense of, I have something that I can provide for you. Are you able to help me figure out this thing? Try to work with the connections of the people that you have in your life, because hopefully you're keeping company with people who want to see you succeed and they want to see you grow, and hopefully you feel the same way about those people as well. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship when you make connections with people and you're able to springboard yourself off into your future with that. Also, tapping into the feeling of being very just charming. Be like, obviously be yourself, but don't be afraid to show the world who you are. I think that's something that is very important that people need to learn a bit better on how to express themselves, especially when it comes to the digital space. If you're somebody that's trying to create a business and you're trying to use online as a way to brand yourself, also offline, but online it's a little bit harder. Be so genuine about who you are, because your charms come from you being your authentic self, and people can tell if you are acting in a way that is like you're trying to put on airs or you're trying to pretend to be something. So really tap into just being you, because there is something very charming about you that other people see and they react to that. We're going to pull one more message for you, group number 3, to close out this reading. This one here says, everywhere you go, you take you with you. You can't escape your stories. You can only change them. Love who you are here and now. So this is really giving me that feeling of you are taking whatever past lessons that you've learned. So whatever this forgiveness that you needed, I know I keep going back to it, but whatever happened in your past, you need to take those lessons with you and learn and grow from them. You can't like run away from what happened in the past. That all happened. So you have to just allow yourself to forgive and forget and to move forward, because you are only going to bog yourself down if you keep like harping on yourself about any sort of negativity. If you sit there and just learn from those situations and push forward, that is what's going to bring you into that happy future that you are looking for. So with this reading, group number 3, make sure you forgive yourself. We want you to not overwork yourself. You're going to see past the illusions in your life, and you're going to have to take a little bit of time to realize and come up with a plan that will push you forward into making the best decisions for yourself. I think that you're somebody that is independent and clever and very, very business savvy, and you need to break past these past woes and this hesitant nature that you have to once more trust in yourself and dive into this new opportunity that's coming toward you. Really, really believe in yourself, and you're going to be able to unlock everything that you want for yourself. So we're going to take just some last few messages with this Astro Dice. The first one we are seeing coming up is Scorpio, so this could be your sun, moon, or rising sign. The next one we are seeing is Capricorn. And then lastly, we have coming up is Leo. So with these, this could either be you or someone in your life who's important to you. Also, a couple things to note with Scorpio, different traits that you can think to take on. With Scorpio being focused and very, very determined. Capricorns are very, very business savvy. They are like CEOs. They are the ones who are going to start their own business and make money off of it. So tapping into that sort of, they're also quote unquote workaholics. So maybe avoid that a little bit. You have to do hard work, but give yourself time to be balanced. But they are going to be the ones that are there to help you. That trait is going to help you push forward and own a business. And then lastly, we have Leo. Again, Leos are known as being bossy, so being the boss. But moreover, Leos are known as being very, very confident in themselves. So take on that fiery nature of Leo, take on that confidence and that excitabilities that Leo has in order to look at your future in that way. So if you liked this reading or it resonated with you, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Tarot Pick a Card readings in the future. I'm wishing all the best for you. Hopefully you're able to see a change that you need to make and you get very, very excited about this reading and you're able to jump forward in the future. And also, if you did like and this resonated with you, leave a cat emoji in the comment box below to let myself and others know that you did reach this point in your reading. Thank you guys so much for seeing this reading all the way through to the end, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.